Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a quick little tutorial of these little journal covers that have been making the rounds on the socials. I did a few lives making them. The first one took me way too long, and I think I've figured out my method, so I thought I would share that with you. So we're going to gather our supplies. I will post them in the description. But the first thing we're going to do is find a vinyl mesh zipper bag. There's a million different ones of these that you can buy. I got this one at Daiso. It was $2.25, and I got the B5 size because that will hold for me the A5 notebooks perfectly with a little bit of extra room. Target has them. Amazon has them. I will post some links below to where you can get some of these. If you don't have access to a Daiso, I prefer the Daiso ones because there's various sizes and I like the quality of them. Please ignore the mess over here. I was working on some other things. Where are my scissors? Hopefully my phone doesn't ring. I am on reserve today and I'm hoping not to get called. So here is the size that I get for my A5 notebooks. And I'm going to show you how you only need 2 elastics to hold 4 books. So I personally, this is just a matter of preference, I like my zipper to be on the right side so that I can open it this way. If you do it the other way, your zipper will be in the back. It'll still be on the same size, but it'll be in the back. I don't know, I just like it in the front. As much as I wanted this in the back because it's like a built-in pin loop, I, for some reason, like the little pin loop on the, or I'm sorry, like the zipper to be on the top. So we are going to line this up. The reason I like these is because they're squared up nicely. I have purchased some other ones that were terrible. I think I got one from Hobby Lobby. I tried and it was awful. Hated it. They are a little less expensive, but their quality is not as good. So if you see once it's folded in half, you can fit your A5 notebooks in there perfectly. So this one is going to be a Snoopy theme. By Snoopy theme, whatever I put on the spine and the notebooks. So we are going to take a Sharpie marker because if you mess up, you can just wipe it off with rubbing alcohol. And we are going to we're going to mark where we want our rivets. Now this again is a matter of preference. I like to do them about 5/8 from the top or at least from the bottom of the zipper tape. I don't like to go through the zipper tape. So I do, let me start on this end because I want to do the bottom first. Is it 5/8? Let's see, 3/8. Sorry. I like to go 3/8, but you can do it however you want. So I'm going to make a mark right in the center, my 3/8. And I like to use the little mesh lines as a way to make sure that it's straight. Go on this one. So it's hard to see on my white desk, especially with the glare, but I'll show you here in a second. And I'm just going to make 2 dots with my Sharpie. You can see. And then I am going to fold just to make sure that we are on the spine. The one thing I don't want is it to not be on the spine now. You don't need fancy tools for this. You can use an awl to make those punches. But I do have a leather punch that I do like to use, which looks like this, and I believe I got this at Harbor Freight Tools, and I'm using 5/32 hole because I'm using 5/32 rivets, or not rivets, but I think people call them grommets, but they're eyelets, and to me they're eyelets. So the only thing I don't like about doing it this way without one of these little, I do have the little punch tool that you can manually set these, but I want to do gold or do I want to do this color? We'll do this color. The inside is not as smooth as if you were to use just like a leather grommet. That's okay. So we are going to go ahead and punch our holes. Again, you don't have to have the fancy tools for this. If you have a crocodile, that works too. Oops. And because this has mesh on the inside, it doesn't always cut perfectly through. The whole point of mesh is so that it, make sure I'm on the right line here, I am. Is that it offers stability, right? And I'm actually just going to use my crocodile. I'm going to turn it so that my grommets are on the outside. The clean side is on the outside. A lot of people will do two either right next to each other or on top of each other. I'm not doing that. I don't think it's necessary, but I have this already set up for this size eyelet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close it. And what I mean by clean, you can see how it's kind of jaggedy here. I'll go through with a rubber mallet and smooth that out just a little bit once I'm done. I would love for it to look like that on the inside too, but those aren't the kind of eyelets that I have. These are meant for paper or sewing, actually. I got these in the sewing section at Lobby. All right, so the easiest way to do your closure is to do another grommet right here in the middle, but I've done it to where the closure is on this side and then I punch my holes over here, but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to make this simple for the sake of YouTube. And then, you know what, let's make this even easier. We're just going to make a little indent there, and then we're going to mark the center. I like to do the center of the grommets, not the whole pouch. This part, if you don't have a big bite, then just use an awl to punch your hole. Nope. Where's my mark? Oh, can't really see here. Doesn't matter what side you punch the hole on. What matters is where you put the grommet. And I need one more grommet. I don't know why I know at the craft store you can get a manual setter. So that's probably what I should be doing, but I'm not because it's loud. All right. And then we're just gonna go ahead and, this is really awkward to do on camera, you guys. Oops. Make sure that you get this in there. And there we go. Now you have your 3 holes. And that is pretty much all you need to do until you're ready to add your elastic. I want to do yellow elastic, or do I want to do black? I think I want to do yellow. I don't know. This elastic I got at Michael's, and it's not as tight. It's a lot more flimsy and thicker than this elastic. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the spine with the black and then the closure with the yellow. So I'm just going to measure out my elastic, and basically I just want 3, I think it's 3 lengths. 1, so that'll be 1, that'll be 2, and this will be 3 because I want to be able to tie it in the center. And I like to give myself a little bit of extra. All right. So I am going to clean up these ends so they don't fray. All right, and then we're going to put this in here. And the reason I like to do it this way is so that I can decorate my spine with beads. And I like my spines to have a word on them. You could put your name, you could put the date, you could put a word that goes with the theme. Just keep in mind you have to have beads with bigger openings to get both pieces of elastic in there. And then we're just going to tie this. Literally, this is the easiest. I'm not going to decorate or anything like that. I'm just doing this to show you real quick. Oh, we don't want to tie it too tight because we want it to that. And then let's do the yellow around. We'll see how that looks. We can always change it if we don't like it. It's just elastic. I like to put all my inserts in there so I know how much elastic is going to keep it tight. Oops. And again, cut a little extra so that it's tight. And we will seal the ends. Careful, it does get hot. You do have to do this on the outside of your elastic, otherwise you're not going to be able to close it. So your spine elastic should be in the center of your closure elastic, but don't put it in the center of the inside part, if that makes sense. I'll show you here in a second why. And then I just like to do this not loose until, all right, we're gonna open these just to see how they fit. And even though there's only 2 elastics here in the center, once I'm done fully, I'll tighten this up and trim these down. I'm just leaving them for wiggle room. Even though there's only 2, you can put 4 books in here, and I'll show you how. Just a second. A lot of people don't know this. Oh, those are nice covers. I hadn't opened these until now. These are lined, and they have really nice paper on the inside. So, open it to the center. We're gonna test it on the one without the knot just to make sure everything fits properly. If you don't like that pulling, you might want to put your grommets up a little bit higher. I just don't like them super close to the edge. Oops. All right, let's see. And there you go. And then you can do whatever you want to the outside. You can decorate it, you can put beads, but if you want more than 2 journals, let me grab extra. We'll pretend like there's 2 on there. And then I will grab this journal, which is the same size. And then this is my cheap. I get these they're large elastic bands for your hair. I get them at Dollar Tree, but they're for people with thick hair. So if you just eyeball the center of this book, this isn't sewn, so, oh, actually it is sewn. Is that sewn or perforated? I can't tell. Either way, you're gonna put your elastic through one book and you're gonna close it, and then you have elastic over here. And then you're gonna put elastic through this spine, and now you have 2 books. And then you're gonna put both books through this empty piece of elastic. And now I have 3 books in here. But you can see where I think this middle book is a little bit bigger, but you can see what I'm saying though. You can put 4, but I think I would do the same books, but it's up to you. Let's see if it sits better with the same book. Let's try it this way. Oops, what did I do? Wait a minute. There we go. But this is so cute because if you have an E5 calendar, you can also put that in there. So we're gonna put this one back here. Actually, we'll do this one first. Do this one on the back, just because it's already kind of thick and I don't want that knot in there. Here we go. And then we got this one on the front side. Oops, ruining this insert here. And now we have 3 books. That one is a little bit bigger, but that's okay. And there you have it. Possibilities are endless, however you want to do this. These are a little slippery, so you definitely want to make sure that your band is tight. I will probably tighten this a little bit more. But that's it. I hope that was helpful for everybody trying to make one the easy way. In my opinion, it's the easy way. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.